I'm still using MTN, but I'm just using that as an example. So people report if you don't do the needful. So it's a continuous thing. Get back to the okay, what my competitors, what's going on, what's happening? What are they doing? What can the company afford? Is it sustainable? Can we afford it? Because if you can't afford it, then don't implement. What can the company afford to do, especially in this trying period? You know, analyze your internal compensation data. It's still what I'm saying. We are looking at, okay, what we currently have on ground, is it also sustainable? Is it good? Does it need to be tweaked? Does it need to be reviewed? Is it good to go? Okay, when last we reviewed salaries, okay, this was done. When last we reviewed benefits, this was done. What does your policy say in terms of those reviews? So you also have to analyze what you have internally. Then align your planning with your business goals. I've said, that was what I said from the beginning. What are the goals of whatever it is that you are doing, the overall goal of that business? Improve shareholders' value. At the end, what the overall goal, and create a win-win situation for both parties, the employees and the employer. Start creating salary ranges. I believe companies should have that. If you don't have that, HR, you need to drop something. You need to sit down, no matter how small your organization is, you need to have something in place, because these are questions people are asking now. Manage your compensation budget. Like I said earlier, can the company afford to pay it? If the company can't afford to pay it, then you have to come up with something else that is sustainable for the company. Because HR, we must always maintain a balance between the employer and the employee. You cannot just be on one side. You cannot be only on the side of the employer, and you cannot only be on the side of the employee. There must be a balance whereby at the end there's a win-win for both parties. Then, of course, monitor the planning execution and make adjustments. Some companies, they do salary reviews at the beginning of every year. Some do salary reviews every 2 years. People do performance appraisals, and performance appraisal is not just only half year or annual. No, it's a continuous thing. You are having your meetings. Some people do daily meetings. Some people do weekly meetings, whereby performances are reviewed, are discussed, challenges are discussed. Some people do a monthly, quarterly, half year, year end. Then at the beginning of the year, it's your strategy meetings. All these things, they are very important, because it's what drives performance. And when people perform and the organization makes money, people will be rewarded. So I'm already coming most random. Okay, so in conclusion, sorry. Okay, so like I said, it plays a crucial role in employee retention. Competitive salary and benefit package, it can be a deciding factor for job candidates when choosing between job offers. It can also be a deciding factor in retaining your key people, keeping them happy, keeping them satisfied. And like I said, sometimes it's not always about, I've already talked about the retention strategies. It's not always about the money. Sometimes that may keep people. I've heard people tell me, HR, what has kept me here is, that work-life balance. What has kept me here is that remote work. And I'm like, So, we need to be in front, doing what can be done, and of course with management support. So I'm also talking, if I have the employers here, if I have top management here, it plays a key role. Management support plays a key role, and that's what I'm very grateful for where I am currently. That management support is very important. because it's when you have management support that things can be implemented. Ideas, suggestions, recommendations can be implemented. It's important for companies to consider compensation and benefit when creating employee retention plans and strategy, conducting market research, being transparent and consistent, tailoring the package to the employees, and continuously reviewing and improving the package can help design an effective overall package. And like I said, is what is sustainable, because you can come up with beautiful ideas, and if it's not sustainable, So I always like using this happiness as a business model, because a purposeful a purposeful company, once you have good leadership in place, the unit head, the supervisors, and everything, when they're in place, they're engaging their team. They are being engaged, they understand why they are there. They understand their expectations, and even their ideas and suggestions are also being listened to. And the ones that, that seems good enough for the business, they are being, approved and implemented. And when people are engaged, when they are passionate about what they are doing, when they are happy working, at the end, they are giving out good products and good services. And those people that will purchase those products and services become delighted customers who now are very loyal to the company, and they will even go out there and blow the horn of the company. And at the end, the company is making money, shareholder value is going up, everybody is happy, and the company is purposeful. So thank you very much. I hope we've been able to learn one or two things, or take away one or two things from what I've said. Thank you.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much, Obianuju.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. You see, I don't like facing our board. You don't like facing your board, but to get, to get the things approved and implemented, you need to learn to face your board. And even facing them, you will grow, because you're not going to before people. You're going before experienced people. People that have years and years and years of experience, that have been in the industry, that know things. You can't bamboozle them. So you're even learning from them, because when they're throwing certain questions at you, next time you are going prepared. So it helps you also. So please, let's enjoy facing the. But I know it's not easy. Recently with this JAPA syndrome, setting this, the board someone and say, okay, what's happening in HR? What's happening? Want to hear from you. Why? What's going on? What should we do? And thank God I keep my record. Thank God I have data. I had to go back to as far as 2021, exit interviews, feedbacks, the good things people say. So they go back to reports from your staff survey, and came up with my reports, went to the board and presented, and they heard. So because it's when they hear and they approve, it can be done. No. So if they don't hear, how would it be approved? How would it be implemented? So please, let's enjoy. I know it's not easy, but let's enjoy going to the board. Okay, so how can one ask for a pay rise if you were employed as a recruitment specialist, but learning and development has been added and it's over 6 months? Okay, it's over 6 months. What have you achieved in that 6 months? Is it just you're just holding a role? What are the deliverables that you have closed out? Like, okay, if you go and you say, I need a pay rise, and they ask you, why do you need a pay rise? Can you justify why you need a pay rise? Outside, you gave me additional responsibility. Everybody's been given additional responsibility. Even me as I speak, I have additional responsibilities that have been given to me. But when you are demanding for a pay rise, you have to give your just. give your justification. This is why I want a pay rise. I've been able to do this. 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 And of course, we can see the positive impact within the organization. And based on those positive impacts, I believe I deserve a raise. I'm just going, I need a raise because I've been given additional responsibility. So I hope that, answers your question. Okay, I'm still going down. Okay, thank you for the presentation and enlightenment. It hurts I joined later. I know TA said the video will be available. So
Yeah.
Okay, someone said, can I ask my question by voice? TA, that's
Yes,
for you to.
yes, go
that's
ahead.
Oluwafemi.
Yes, the person can go ahead.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, thank you for the presentation. I really appreciate it. But in all of this, where I work presently, I have, in one way or the other, tried to relate to them the need for performance appraisal of employee, because doing this is how we can, and how we can as well sanction this.
Hello?
But
I didn't
over
get
time,
that.
when the request for this, I hear this mindset that, so that at the end of it, after 3 months or 6 months of performance appraisal. Hello, can you hear me?
Your line is breaking.
Yeah, your line
please.
is breaking.
Hello?
Okay, I thought I was the only one. Your line is breaking.
Yeah, his line is breaking.
Hello, can you
take
hear me
that
now?
again? Take that again, please. Your line is breaking. Thank you. Wow. Okay.
Before he comes back, let me just take the next. Okay, thank you, Obeneju, for the presentation. Thank you. Okay, Femi, you are back.
Okay. So what I was saying is that as regard performance appraisal, because over time, the company I'm working with is not more of highly standard structure. They don't have a structure on ground. So when I came on board, I was trying every means to ensure that I put a structure on ground, try to ensure that they comply with the policy of the company. But in the course of doing that, I discovered that they don't also have a performance appraisal strategies in place. So I proposed to the company that, okay, there is need for us to do appraisal for our employees. And this is a company that has been in existence for the past 17 years. They also
How many
have
years?
HR 17 years.
Wow.
They have a senior HR who is also working with them. And I also went to the senior HR, but I was one way or the other sidelined from the senior HR that I don't have to communicate with him, that they don't want me to have anything to do with him. So that they want me to just stand on my own, because although the senior HR is in charge of all employees under the admin, while I am in charge of all employees under the sales. So I'm more like working as human resource personnel, business partner.
Okay.
So I proposed to them that, okay, there is a need for us to do performance appraisal for our employees. And the need for this is to reward their effectiveness, the level of productivity, and also to see how the ways we can bring in training to also improve those who are lagging behind in one way or the other.
Yeah.
But from the management view, they thought that the reason for proposing that is for me so that they will keep rewarding in terms of payment and in terms of giving benefits to those. And I told them that, of course, we need to increase people's salary when they do well. We need to show them that mind that, okay, we appreciate you. Even if you're not going to increase their salary, there are other recognition that can be put in place to just make these people be more productive and also it will encourage those who are not doing well. By the time they see those who are doing well, they will also see the reason to do well. But they said no, that I am not an HR that focus on the cost effectiveness, that I'm rather focusing on the employee than instead of looking at the company's plan and budget.
Okay.
So I'm like, so how do I deal with this? That angle.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this problem is a problem not only you. I'm sure by the time you do a role check, you see a couple of other HR people are going through that. That was why I said that HR, there must be a balance between employer and employee. Do you understand? So the people you went to, the employer that you went to make that proposal, they are looking at it that you are just on the side of the employee. They are not looking at how the business will be impacted. So how about maybe next time you go to them, you tell them that, okay, you've come up with a performance management strategy that will address people within the organization, whereby the performers are encouraged to perform more, and people that are not performing, you help them and bring them up to speed. And in so doing, oh, look at these people before, they were currently on, they were bringing in maybe 1 million naira for the company. But if this appraisal, this system is being put in place, and we manage these people this way, at the end, within at the end of the quarter, instead of bringing in 1 million, you're bringing in 3 million. You see your board people, they're already saying, okay. And by the time these people bring in 3 million, revenue has gone up. And if revenue goes up, whatever recommendation is being suggested to the board, the company can afford to do that and even have more self that they've saved up because they are making money. They've moved from this amount to this amount. The board, they're interested in numbers, though. They're interested in the business. How can you improve my shareholder value? That's what they're interested in. So we need to, as HR, we need to understand the mind of the business owner. Try and wear their shoes. So by the time you present it like that, believe you me, they are going home and they are thinking, this Femi guy talked about increasing our company's revenue from this amount to this amount, and our profits will go by. So okay, go ahead and implement. Let's see. Do you understand? As against going and saying, to improve salary, to increase salary today. By the time they're hearing all those things, that's cost to the company. Let's be realistic. That's cost.
Yeah, thank you so much, Uju, for that. If I may quickly add a little to that, always approach the management from the point of, the benefit to the organization. So just like you just put it, now your goal is to actually, create a system whereby the employee can be properly remunerated so that productivity can be improved. And what is the need for the organization if that is done? So you start from there. And again, HR professionals, HR managers cannot do this thing alone. We need collaboration. And somewhere in our presentation, she actually put collaboration, which is very, very key. At every point in time, our propositions, value propositions, recommendations should not make us look as if we are far from the reality. We must not be distracted from the reality in the organization. That is, you need data, you need information. So if you are going from that angle, for instance, as she put it, are you in a good relationship with the let's say head of sales or marketing manager, for instance? Do you have the figure? Do you know what they are doing? Do you have their challenges? Do you know their pain points and all of that? So you need data to be able to showcase what you are doing. Even you need all those stakeholders to partner with them and drive these initiatives, and because these are the people that we most likely even serve as an obstacle for you while we are presenting it, probably because we have them along, and there is a misconception, there is miscommunication somewhere, so they are scared. So because we are people manager, our initiatives are to improve these people who are bringing in this revenue. So we must be discussing with them at every point in time. Thank you so much for that opportunity, Uju. Next question.
Okay, I'm seeing this here. Okay, advise HR should do well in communicating to candidates after interviews, either first, second, or final, to know whether they are proceeding or not. Yes, please, HR people into recruitment. Yes, feedback is very important. You need to let them know. Some may even come for, especially those that maybe they were not successful. They may even ask you, why? Why was I not successful? I need to know so that the next interview or the next opportunity, I have elsewhere for an interview, the feedback you give me would help me in preparing better for that interview. So it's important. Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. Thank you too. Please, how can one measure performance appraisal? You agree with me that the HR office is quite different from others. So HR cannot watch to get what he wants. So HR cannot watch to get what he wants. I'm trying to understand that. Okay, so what best way can performance be measured? There are performance ratings, you know. There are performance ratings which they are, okay, let me first of all start. There are factors for the appraisal or criterias. Okay, let me use that word, criterias. For example, you are rating someone on and all these things still ties. That's what I was saying from the beginning. Whatever it is they are doing still ties to the vision, mission, core value of that organization. If you have an organization that one of their core value is customer focus, you understand? Or you have an organization that one of their core value is innovation, that would be one of the criteria for the performance. What innovative ideas have you brought up or implemented within your own sphere that has impacted even your unit positively and impacted the organization as a whole? So, like I said earlier, what fits A may not necessarily fit B. It depends on the nature of your business, your goals, your mission, everything. It depends on it. And so all those things those are for people that don't even have any performance appraisal, nothing, no structure, nothing on ground. I want to build that up. These are things, you have templates online. Google is your friend. You can read wide. We need to read as HR. We need to read. We need to ask questions. We need to go out there, meet with our colleagues, ask questions. And whatever knowledge you have gathered, you now try and tweak it and implement it to what you have on ground. And in doing that, you need to learn to communicate effectively. Just like Tia was saying, and I said earlier, you need collaboration. So no matter how fantastic your performance appraisal, whatever it is you've put on ground, if you don't have the buy-in of the other managers or senior people, believe me, it will flop.
Yeah.
They will frustrate you. It will flop. So as you're even commenting that, by the time you've met you've gotten up, okay, go ahead, and you need to start communicating, talking to people, telling the unit heads, the supervisors, getting their buy-in, so that by the time you want to implement, they are behind you, giving you the support. When they need to submit timely reports, they are doing so. But if they will frustrate you. You just come to one platform like this and you start complaining that you've not been able, what you try to implement is not going to. So that's why I was talking about, that teamwork and collaboration within units and across units is very okay. Someone said, okay, I would love to link up. Okay, what is happening in company?
On the performance measurements, right? Just like we just said, it's not just about performance appraisal alone. We get it wrong, and we need to tell HR professionals this, and we can't tell you enough. It's not just about performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is very minute part of performance management. So performance management rather does not start and end with performance appraisal. All right, it's just one out of several other functions. All right, what are your performance reward strategy? These things they are interwoven. That's why in HR practice, key HR functions are kind of interrelated. Talking about recruitment and selection, talking about compensation and benefits, talking about performance management, talking about L&D and all of that. So you need to have borrow a bit of data here and there, link strategies together in order to be able to make a formidable and effective performance appraisal, KPIs, reward system, reward strategy, etc., etc. What I would just tell you is that on the group, right, or you know how to get into the group or whatever group you join us from, please watch out for our performance management training.